Today's going to be a continuation of workspaces. So today is part 2. And under part 1 yesterday, we set up workspaces, and then we got the browser working with a browser.sh script. So now, rather than having to type browser.sh with a terminal command, it's much easier to go ahead and bound to a keyboard. So first thing what we can do is just go ahead and drag this out to the desktop, and then you can see now we're on workspace number 1 now, and we're just gonna, all we need to do is just click on it. Then it opens up in workspace 3, so that works. And then also you can go ahead and right click on the desktop icon and go to edit item, and then you can go ahead and change the name, obviously. So we can just go ahead and change it to browser, and then click on to set, and we'll just go ahead and super key and W. So super and W, let's go ahead and get that. So now it's super W. So okay, and now what we can do is just go ahead and use the keyboard super W. Now it starts, and then Alt F4 will close. So, and then you can also change the icon here and so on. But rather than doing that, what I prefer to do is just to have this on a keyboard bound. So we'll go to space number 1 again, super 1, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bind to a JWM personnel file. So you go to the root directory, and under JWM, under so we're gonna just go ahead and edit it in the personnel file in Geany. So now I've always cheated, and I put in the key. So what you need to do is we're just going to do the same. Is a super is represented by number 4 and W. So that's going to trigger browser.sh. So we're going to activate it by just go ahead and simply remove that, and then save, and then going to activate it again to LX terminal and JWM space dash restart, and then it starts it. So clearly works with the so we'll just go ahead and close that and go back to first workspace. And then now on my computer, I actually prefer to just go ahead and start it on the workspace 1 in a Firefox, as far as Firefox browser. So we'll just go ahead and change that. So from now on, it's going to start on 1. So we'll just go ahead and test it, and then we're going to go ahead and read the changed configuration again. And then we're going to go back to another workspace, and then super W. So now clearly that works. Okay, Alt F4 is going to do a close. So keybinding to browser sh done is done. Now what we'll do is we'll do the same with geany.sh. So right now Geany is being opened in the default anywhere, but I prefer to have Geany open in a workspace 5 and not repeat Geany in any other workspace. So we'll create the geany.sh by copying browser.sh. So you can go ahead and just grab this command and then right click, copy, and then we'll open up LX terminal, and then go ahead and middle mouse click. So what's the command is go to the application dash bin folder and then copy browser.sh to geany.sh. So and then we're going to geany.sh file and then close this terminal. So we'll just go ahead and activate it. And then now what we have is geany.sh. So what we need to do is we'll just go ahead and close this. And it's actually we're gonna put it in fifth workspace, but as far as wmctrl, what we want to do is go ahead and put in 4. It's going to open up here, and then here most of the programs may work if you just go ahead and change this to Geany. So capital G-A-N-Y, and then simply here most of the application commands is going to work Geany like this. So small g. This has to do with a WM class name and from xprop command. But you may just want to go ahead and try with a capital. So for GIMP, for example, it may work with a GIMP and small GIMP. So, and then we're going to go ahead and save it, and then JWM restart. So it's going to read the configuration. Now we're going to, right now it's in workspace number 1. So we'll just go ahead and close it and see if it we can make it open in geany.sh. geany.sh ampersand. Now you see that it opens up in a fifth workspace. So that works. So similarly, what we can do is go ahead and put a key binding with the JWM-RC personnel file, and then we'll just go ahead and make a copy of this and Control C, Control V, and then return key. Let's just make this Geany, we want to just make it E, and then GANY.sh, and then save. You just got to make sure that there's no double super and E command, and there is a super and E command. So what we want to do is it starts the default file manager. We'll just go ahead and delete the line. So Control K. So deletes that line, and then we'll save it again. Control S, and then we're going to reread the changed configuration file here. So LX terminal, and then reread, and then now we're going to see if we can go ahead and close the Geany and go to another workspace. And then I'm going to tap on super and E key, and you can see that it opens up in the Geany opens up in a fifth workspace as it intended. So that works. And then now what we'll do is we'll create a new script file. It's called close-all. So you can see that there's multiple applications open. And then I find that this small script is very useful to close application in all the workspaces all at once. But if there is a file that's being downloaded, or if there is a geany file that has not been saved yet, it safely gives you an error, a message, which I find it very helpful. So it won't let you close the file without giving you a choice of saving or not saving. So now we'll create the close-all.sh. So you'll go ahead and copy this, copy, and then middle mouse click into the terminal. And then what it's going to do is it's going to touch .sh, and then we're going to make that executable with a chmod +x command, and then we're going to put that command in close-all.sh to geany, and then we're going to close this terminal. So we'll go ahead and do that now, and then here it is. So, and then we're going to go back to here, and then we're going to cheat, and then we're going to just grab this on the bottom, right mouse click, copy, and then go here, and then Control V to go ahead and paste, and then save. So this is to close all applications safely. And then I don't understand exactly all that what this does. It seems rather complicated, but it does use the wmctrl function here and here. And I got this from here is the file that's been created. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to the LX terminal again, and then we're going to go ahead and restart. So you will read the file, and then now we'll go ahead and close-all.sh. We'll put it in the keyboard binding here. So here we'll just make a copy of here, Control C, and then Control V, and then we're gonna have to make some modification. Obviously this is gonna be close-all sh, and then the keyboard binding I prefer is SX. So Super, Shift, and X is what I prefer to. So here's a Super, and then to go ahead and Shift, and we'll just put a capital S, and then make sure there's no entry with the same keyboard. There isn't. And then we're going to save it, and then we're going to restart the JWM. We'll go ahead and start the browser on 1, and then we'll go to workspace number 6, and then go ahead and start a rocks filer here, and then we're going to Super E to start the geany. And then now what I'll do is with this simple screen recorder running, I'll do Shift, Super, and X. So now it closes everything quickly, and I find it very useful when I have multiple tabs open and too many applications that's running in multiple desktops. And I hope